Hey there, you are the CA enthusiast looking to pursue the exciting career in accounting, auditing, taxation, and finance? You came to the right place. Welcome to CA Aspirant Icon channel. Myself Nitish Kumar Yadav of CA Aspirant, presenting full details about Chartered Accountancy course under Icon board. Now talking about Chartered Accountancy as a profession, Chartered Accountancy is a prestigious and rewarding profession in the society. It is a challenging career that imparts the best of technical skills in financial and management areas. Chartered Accountancy today holds top management position in public as well as private sectors enterprises. They also render professional services as accountants, management, consultants to various private and public sector organizations. Rapid changes in economy and globalization have further opened opportunities to the chartered accountants for many challenges and rewarding career development options. In the changing global context, roles and responsibilities of chartered accountants are not confined to performing many traditional duties in the field of auditing, accounting, taxation, etc. They are now expected to have a greater understanding of and experience in the field of business finance, information technology, corporate management, and so on. Therefore, the business managers of today must have adequate managerial skills in decision making, problem solving, and in ensuring effective communication in organizations. Professional expertise and skills in these subjects, therefore, constitutes the indispensable part of CA education. To this end, our CA education system is designed with appropriate syllabi framed to cater to the learning needs of the students facing development challenges in all nations as well as global fronts. Chartered Accountancy course classified into three levels. They are Chartered Accountancy Professional Cap 1 level, Chartered Accountancy Professional Cap 2 level, Chartered Accountancy Professional Cap 3 level. There are two main ways of admission procedure for accessing Chartered Accountancy course. The first one is an entry into the Chartered Accountancy Professional Cap 1, that is basic level course, which is designed in the pattern of entry level test of the students. Similarly, the second one is direct admission into the Chartered Accountancy Professional Cap 2 course, that is working level course. Talking about scholarships, scholarships are of two types. They are on need basis and merit basis. The need based scholarship is financial aid for which students and families' financial situation is a primary factor in determining the recipient. Given the increasingly competition and the limited amount of scholarship aid, students with the strongest academic record and conscientiousness will generally prioritized. Merit-based scholarships are awarded to those students with the combination of an extraordinary academic record and significant extracurricular achievements. There are 6 medals which are provided to the students of Chartered Accountancy course. KB Chitrakar Gold Medal will be awarded to the student who have secured rank first in Cap 3 examination. Similarly, BK Agrawal and Gold Medal will be awarded to the student who have secured rank first in Cap 2 examinations. Prakash Jang Thapam Gold Medal will be awarded to the student who have secured highest mark in Advanced Accounting in Cap 3 examinations. Narayan Bajaj Silver Medal will be awarded to the student who have secured rank second in Cap 2 examinations. Shivaman Singh and Chandra Bhandari Silver Medal will be awarded to the student who have secured rank second in Cap 3 examinations. Dr. Govind Ram Agrawal Medal will be awarded to the student who have secured highest mark in Strategic Management and Decision Making Analysis in Cap 3 examination. Chartered Accountancy Professional Cap 1 level is an entry level test for Chartered Accountancy course. The duration of Cap 1 is 6 months. The course has been designed to provide students basic knowledge and skills as part of the entry standard for the professional level. The eligibility for registration of Cap 1 are those students who have completed the higher secondary 10+2 or certificate level examination from recognized academic institution having minimum CGPA of 2.4 and C+ grade. Graduates or postgraduates who have secured less than 50% in commerce and or less than 60% in any faculty other than commerce. The graduates or postgraduates who have secured more than 50% in commerce or more than 60% in any faculty other than commerce will be directly eligible to enter Cap 2 level. So, those students who have secured less than 50% in commerce or less than 60% in any faculty other than commerce will have to appear Cap 1 before Cap 2 level. The Cap 1 course consists of 3 papers, each carrying 100 marks. Paper 1, Fundamental of Accounting. Paper 2, which has 2 parts, Part A, Mercantile Law, and Part B, Fundamentals of Economics, each part carrying 50 marks. Paper 3 also has 2 parts, Part A, Fundamental of Management, Part B, Commercial Mathematics and Statistics, which also carries 50 marks each. For appearing in Cap 1 examination, students should complete the pre-test examination, that is postal. The student must secure a minimum of 40% marks in each 5 postal subject papers to get eligible for appearing in Cap 1 level examinations. The deadline for pre-test examination will be by July end for December batch and by January end for June batch examinations. Eligibility certificates will be valid for 3 years from the date of registration, that is up to 6 attempts for Cap 1 examination. The CA Foundation examination are held twice a year, one in July and the other in December. A candidate can appear in the examination provided he/she has completed at least 6 months of study from the date of registration and obtained eligibility certificate. If the student is not able to pass the examination within 3 years from the date of registration, that is within 6 attempts, he/she will have to re-register for the CA course again. A Cap 1 candidate shall be declared passed in all papers simultaneously if he/she secures 40% in each paper with an aggregate 50% of all the papers at one sitting. For distinction, a student will have to secure more than 75% or above. There are no subject exemptions facilities in Cap 1 level. It is an intermediate level. It is for 9 months. Cap 2 course is basically designed with an aim of providing students with requisite knowledge and skills in the subjects. A person, in order to join the Cap 2, should pass the Cap 1 examination or be a graduate or postgraduate in commerce, business administration or management level, having accounting, auditing or taxation as a major subject and secured a minimum 50% of aggregate marks, or be a graduate or postgraduate in commerce, business administration or management having major subject other than mentioned above and secured a minimum of 55% aggregate marks, or be a graduate or postgraduate other than above with a minimum of 60% aggregate marks. The Cap 2 course consists of 7 papers. Each paper carries 100 marks and is divided into 2 groups. The first group contains 3 papers, that is Advanced Accounting, Audit and Assurance, Corporate and Other Laws. Group 2 consists of 4 papers, that is Financial Management, Cost and Management Accounting, Business Communication and Marketing, and Income Tax and VAT. For appearing in the Cap 2 examination, students should complete the pre-test examination either postal or hall. Students should pass in at least 1 paper in each subject with a minimum of 40% marks in case of postal or hall test scheme. Hall test is compulsory for the student who have registered their name in the head office, and postal test is compulsory for the student who have registered their name in other than head office, that is from the branches like from Viratnagar, Bhutwal, etc. If the student is able to clear hall test of only one group, then he/she will be eligible to appear final exam of that group only. The deadline of pre-test examinations is by August for December batch and by February for June batch students. Examinations are held twice a year, one in June and other in December. A candidate can appear for CAP 2 examinations after 9 months from the date of registration and after obtaining eligibility certificate of pre-test examination. The candidate should pass the examination within 3 years from the date of registration. If a candidate fails to complete the test examination within the stipulated duration, his or her registration shall be terminating on expiry of 3 years from the date of registration. It must be noted that a student must pass CAP 2 examination within 5 years from the date of registration. If a student fails to pass the qualifying examination with the stipulated duration, his or her registration shall be cancelled at the expiry of 5 years from the date of registration. However, such a student can re-register. A candidate can appear only if he passes in both the groups. He can pass the groups either jointly or separately, but they have to pass both the group either jointly or separately in one sitting. That is, if a student is appearing for group 1 or group 2, they have to pass all the subjects of group 1 or group 2 respectively in one sitting. They have to secure at least 40% in each subject, and in aggregate they have to secure at least 50% marks to pass the CAP 2 examination. Now talking about exemptions, a student who has secured 60% or more in any paper but has failed in that group shall be entitled for exemption in that particular papers, provided he has secured a minimum of 30% in any one of the subject of that group and should have attempted all the papers in that group. The exemption shall remain valid for the next 3 consecutive examinations, but those students who are entitled for exemptions are not considered for rank. It means you will not be considered for rank if you have taken exemptions in any paper. Talking about CAP 3 level, it is final level. Its duration is 3 years. This CAP 3 level course, along with the practical training, is basically designed to give the student a deeper insight into advanced level of professional expertise and skills. During the CAP 3 level course, students should undergo their articleship training for the period of 3 years under a practicing chartered accountant. To enroll in the CAP 3 level, a candidate must have passed both group of CAP 2 level examinations and register as an article trainee under a practicing chartered accountants by signing an articleship deed. It must, however, be noted that the articleship deed must be registered with the institute within 1 month from the date of signing the deed. There is a special consideration for registered auditor that a registered auditor who fulfills the condition prescribed by the council may be exempted from undergoing articleship training for a maximum period up to 2 years. Now talking about the course content of CAP 3 level examinations, this CAP 3 level course consists of 8 papers. Each paper shall carry 100 marks and is divided into 2 groups. Group 1 consists of 4 papers, that is Advanced Financial Reporting, Advanced Financial Management, Advanced Auditing and Corporate Laws. In Group 2, there are 4 papers, Management Information and Control System, Advanced Taxation, Advanced Cost and Management Accounting, Strategic Management and Decision Making Analysis. For appearing in examinations, students should complete the pre-test level examination, that is hall test only. The student should pass all the papers and must have secured a minimum of 45% in each paper and with aggregate 50%. If a student is able to clear hall test of only one group, he/she will be eligible to appear final examination of that group only. The deadline of pre-test examination will be by July end for December batch and by January end for June batch students. Now talking about examinations, examinations are held twice a year, one in June and other in December. A candidate appearing in the CAP 3 examinations must have completed 2 years from the date of registration in CAP 3 course. They must have obtained the eligibility certificate of pre-test examinations. They should complete the prescribed period of practical training, that is 3 years, or has yet to serve not more than 12 months of articleship prior to the first day of month in which examination is held. Similarly, as Cap 2, a student can appear either of the group at a time. The result is same as of Cap 2 level. A student will have to pass both the group to pass Cap 3 examinations. They can pass either jointly or separately. Um, they have to secure 40% marks in each paper and will have to secure in aggregate 50% marks to clear either of the group and to clear Cap 3 level also. They must have secured 75% marks to get distinction marks. Exemption facility for each paper is same as of Cap 2 level. Now talking about practical training, in Chartered Accountancy education, practical training is instrumental in shaping accountancy as well as founded and highly dignified profession, exposing the student to adequate knowledge of accounting, auditing, taxation and information technology, system designing, etc. It also ensures job opportunity for striving and thriving students devoted to the accountancy as a prestigious profession for the overall development of the country. Here, the student can make the best use of practical training period working with a practicing chartered accountant member. They can also work as an industrial training in financial, commercial and industrial undertakings. The period of such industrial training may not be more than a year. Chartered accountants who are already the member of ICANN are entitled to train the article trainees. Stipends to article trainees are fixed by the ICANN. That is, their minimum level of stipends are fixed by the ICANN. For first year, the minimum level is 4,000. For second year, it is 5,000, and for third year, it is 7,000. And they can get more than that if their principal offers them. An article trainee shall be granted 40 days leave in 1 year, not exceeding more than 120 days in 3 years, excluding public holidays. Leave exceeding the prescribed days under the regulations shall be adjusted in the leave earned during the working extra days during the extended period of articleship training. The working hour of an article trainee shall be 40 hours a week and working hour must be between 9 am to 5 pm. The principal shall not receive or accept any kind of fee, donation, charge, loan, deposit or any other kind of financial benefit or facilities from article trainings. Information technology becomes an integral part for the modern business environment. In such, the institute perceives the use of information technology in the field of accounting and auditing sectors. Chartered accountants are now expected to have a practical knowledge and skills in information technology as a user, manager, and designer. In such circumstances, 100 hours information technology training course has been prescribed mandatorily for the Chartered Accountant students during Chartered Accountancy Professional Cap 2 and Chartered Accountancy Professional Cap 3 levels. The total 100 hours has been divided into two parts as a basic course of 60 hours in Cap 2 and advanced level course of 40 hours in Cap 3. The training component focuses on basic hardware application software relevant for accounting and auditing. In addition, knowledge of electronic spreadsheet, database management system, system security and maintenance are also part of training module. The 15 days full-time mandatory course on general management and communication skills are introduced to equip the interns the profession with interpersonal and management skills and provide exposure to the contemporary issues in the changing socio-economic scenario. This course is a prerequisite for admission in membership of accounting profession. This program has been designed to improve skills in oral writing and non-verbal communication for executive in business situations. Now talking about the role of chartered accountants in nation building, chartered accountancy not only deal with debit credit of the accounts, but they play a very important role at a big level in nation building. Chartered accountants are foundation base of the economy and utilizing the financial expertise. The nation gets right direction in various financial and economic related measures to enhance the decaying Nepalese economy and enhancing the economy with the industrial growth. Chartered accountant contributes in field of tax planning, capital budgeting, budget forecasting, financing or any other activity, preparation of books of accounts and in every field as well. Some of the practical roles which are played by chartered accountants is here: accountability, social accounting, taxation, capital formation, economic planning. Chartered accountant is helpful in building a nation and here are some roles they have played in economy and financial related concern in the nation. At last, I will like to conclude that CA is the best course ever seen. Thank you.